Evaluation. And I know we all hate appraisals. We hate giving appraisals. We hate hearing appraisals. But this is an internal appraisal. First, what are your internal strengths, and what do those strengths look like when they're out of shape? I do not believe there's two buckets. This is what we're going to talk about, a little change. One bucket that says, here's what I do well, and here's what I don't do well. It's really, in my mind, one continuum. And that continuum is, here's what my strength looks like when it's in shape, and here's what my strength looks like when it's out of shape. I don't want you concentrating on what doesn't work. I want you to concentrate on how to be better at what you do. So if one of your strengths is to drive for results, then do that. That strength out of shape is steamrolling over everybody who works for you. And as we all know, we've had people that we've worked with that do that. Opportunities and threats are external strengths and weaknesses. So what kind of opportunities are there out there right now? They're limitless. They're limitless because food is at the top of everybody's list. When you travel, when you're at home, the opportunities for chefs in the world right now is exciting and limitless. The threats, and those are external threats, what's happening to the food supply? What are we doing with sustainability? We've laughed out loud about the eggs in Dubai. The eggs in Dubai have a color. The eggs in the United States do not. So when you get a scrambled egg in the United States, it's becoming a paler and paler yellow. It's like looking at a fax of a fax. So the threats are what's happening externally. Strategic objectives and goals are the final two parts of a strategic plan. The objectives are, what are the initiatives that you have for your life? What are the big initiatives? I want to get a better work-life balance. I want to improve my level of education. I want to improve my level of awareness. And SMART goals are, how do you achieve those objectives? And those SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, timely. That's how you measure a goal. Don't just say, I have a goal to do something. What does it look like when you do it? So the 6 simple steps of strategic planning: identify your core values first and your purpose. Craft a vision and mission statement. Your SWOT, your design your goals, engage and deputize all involved, and celebrate and revise. One of the things we have always done in this industry is, if you've ever heard the phrase, you're only as good as your last meal. Okay, now what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me next? You know, we really as an industry need to learn how to celebrate what we do and what we achieve. So step 1, personal core values. What drives me and makes me happy? What do I want to do? What is my passion? I think you felt and heard Diana's passion about inclusivity and about we have to open up the gates. What is important to me? These are all your values, your true values. A core value is why you do what you do. So step 2, and so then here's some lists. I'm going to give you an email address that you can get this whole presentation. So don't feel like you have to write furiously. But here are some core values to consider. As I go through this with executives, they really start to pop when somebody says, achievement is my number 1 core value. Balance is a big core value. Respect is a big core value. Identify who you are. A vision statement. A vision statement is who you are at your best. Or as Diana said, it's your aspiration. Who do you want to be at your best? And I had one executive whose simple vision statement about their life and what they wanted their strategic plan to be about was, I want to make a difference. And then the mission statement of that is, I want to make a difference by implementing a very strong, sustainable policy on our food products and our preparations, which was very exciting because that was 3 years ago that executive wrote it, and a few months ago became the lead person of a international organization on sustainability. Had that vision, knew where they were going, and they were taken there. Okay, the SWOT, we basically went over SWOT. SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Know who you are from the inside out, what you do well, what it looks like when you're out of shape, and know what you do, know the external influences, which happen to be those things that affect you that come from the outside in. Step 4, how to identify and develop goals. Ask the question, where do you want to be? Develop a list of goals. Again, SMART goals. What do they look like? When you achieve them, how do you measure it? How do you do this with your staffs? How do you do this with your teams? How do you do this with your family? It's very exciting. I went backwards. And then the 5th one is engage and deputize all involved. Once you have a personal vision and an understanding of where you want to go, share it. Deputize people. That's what this is all about here. I was watching you over the last few days as an organization. It's all about those handshakes. It's all about those hugs. It's all about those 1, 2, or 3 kisses, depending upon what country you're from. I like Belgium, by the way, because I think they're 3, right? Belgium goes 3 times. Your employees, let your employees know what your personal vision statement is. Vendors, media. There's media here. Let them start talking about you, and you tell them where you see your organization going, where you see you going. Friends and family. Friends and family need to know what your aspirations are. Don't keep it inside of yourself, because they need to understand that. The other people to deputize are movers and shakers. Okay? If you don't know if that's an American phrase, movers and shakers, it would be the people up here. These are the people on the movers and shakers, on the board. Key people in the industry. Those chefs that are admired and respected, those are the movers and shakers. Somebody's in this room who did not even know, but I deputized her about 4 years ago when I heard her speak at an event with 3,000 women executives, and that was Diana. I went up to her and had a few words with her about what I was trying to achieve. Deputize the movers and shakers to help you get to where you want to be. Don't be shy. Celebrate and revise. And this is huge. It's huge in our industry because we have to be taught how to do it. We have no problem going out for a drink after a shift. But we certainly have a problem with rewarding and recognizing the people that made it happen day in and day out. The people who help you, the people you help. So celebrate and revise. Recognize and reward. Acknowledge. Invest and thank you. This was, I think we've become almost worse at this than ever because of email. We send off a coined email that just says thank you very much. And we do things that are not personal anymore. So invest in thank you. Sending people a gift card, sending people an iTunes card, giving people a personalized thank you note. Invest in thank you as part of your strategic plan. Your spouses, invest in thank you for what they do to support your crazy schedule. That's really important. And look at the next level that you go to, whether that's from executive sous to executive to in charge of several kitchens. Make sure you look at that next level as a celebration and not as, oh my God, here we go again. So some sample personal strategies. Have a job that matches my passions with my work. If you are passionate about a particular cuisine, make sure you're working where you can do that cuisine. Achieve financial stability and success. I think that we're all looking for that in our lives. Improve